Yo, yo! Wagwan, my people. Tell the children the truth here again. Seeing? What am I up to this evening? From morning, I really want to do that video, you know. From early this rising, I wanted to do this video. No, a long time I don't touch this space. And from time to time, because I am engaged in other activities, I might not pay attention to make videos for this channel. But I saw something that caught my attention. And my style is not to violate. Ain't gonna take this call right now. My style is not to violate anyone. My style is not to disrespect anyone. I might state my opinion, never intend for degrade or go on like say, me better than nobody else. Seeing? But this video here, I'm find what caught my attention come from a channel. I forget what the name of the channel, but we're going to go into it. And it's around the issue. Our virgin foot hype. Salute, my lord. Salute. What me see you tell life on yourself, you know? And me just really want to do this video for kind of bring clarity to some things more time. But we're not really overstand on a certain level, but sometimes we say some things, right? And we think of the correct something, but it can be looked at on the next level and come forward with more clarity. Seeing? So watch this now.
Donald Trump is now establishing something called denaturalization, turbocharge. Donald Trump is elected the 47th president of the United States of America.
All right, so this is the video I really want to play and stop and share some information and check out the information that is being shared on this video and how else it can be looked at. Seeing him say something where me nah disrespect him none at all. You understand? Because he's a very intelligent brother. And at times we will hold on upon a knowledge where we have to let it go for a deeper comprehension, for a deeper, something more meaningful. And then we can recognize what really are going around here. So watch this again.
Everybody did I say footer, oh you're a straight nation and you know want Trump win. Oh that really. I mean I tell the people them say, look into what una rundown. A 2D man, you know. Cause if you go Kamala, you are gonna get more do the people rights and rare. But at the end of the day, you have to decide to be a do the person. You understand what I'm saying? Choose Trump. You can't be no do the person not a life, nothing at all, and mash up. But him a murder immigrant in the same go. Now, when we get to realize 90% of the immigrants don't know that they are immigrant. Man, listen to me good, you know. Listen to me good. 90% of the immigrants don't know say they are immigrant.
All right, me hold a pause right there, sir. Me hold a pause right there, sir. Seeing? And watch what I go on now. Watch what I go on now. Me actually want to go to actually look and read. Let us qualify. Let us make certain we understand who is this immigrant. Seeing? Make sure, sir, we understand who is this immigrant. Now, this definition for immigrant, it's really coming from not a law dictionary, but the statute. The statute. I know some people might not know what a statute is, right? But before me even go there, sir, let me say this again. government have limitation, right? Every government have limitations, and because most of us don't know the limitations of the government, we get away or we might not get away with some things. No, the United States Code is a set of codified laws that those who are empowered to the office of trust perform any functions of public office, right? In any representative capacity as trustee, handling the affairs of quote unquote the country. The statutes govern those persons and those who are acting as agents and contractees and contractors and licensees with the government. So, according to Title 8 of the United States Code, right, that sections deal with Aliens and Nationality Act. Title 8 United States Code. So it says, who is an immigrant? Now, let's read. The term immigrant, and I might be able to make this a little bit bigger, you know. The term immigrant means every alien. Look at this word, alien, you know. Every alien, lean. Because if I go so, alien that, you know, that is just saying it's a lean. No. Every alien except an alien who is within one of the following classes of non-immigrant, which they're all defined here in Title 8. Now, in its broader sense, it is telling you that immigrant mean alien. No, who is this alien? This alien means a person. Okay? This alien means any person, not a citizen or national of the United States. So you have person, citizen, national of the United States. Now, one of the words that I think is very interesting for people like Footer Hype and many others of our stalwarts out there bringing forth this message of freedom and unification is to really come to a greater comprehension of this word person and the context whenever it is being used. Now, for the purpose of this video, right, I'm saying, who is this person now? Because remember, you know, we're talking about Donald Trump, we're talking about Constitution, we're talking about immigrant, and a few other things. But I want to make something, in a sense, talk about the Constitution, like the Fourth Amendment that says the people have a right to be secured in their persons. The people have a right to be secured in their persons. So I'm saying, who is a person within the context of the statute, within the context of the law? The term person means an individual or an organization, right? Now, this individual here, it says, or an organization. So we still have to determine what is an individual and in its broadest sense, then what is an organization? Now, if I should click this link here, it's going to take me to a particular section of the United States Code, which the very beginning, it is telling you that according to the Act of Congress, and remember I was saying earlier that, hey, the government has limitation, right? So in determining, it says person, in determining the meaning of any act of Congress or of any ruling, regulation, or interpretation of various administrative bureaus and agencies of the United States, the word person, human being, child, and individual shall include, notice it says shall include, and this is once it include, whatever else is excluded out of these are not whatever it is saying, person. So it shall include every infant member of the species Homo sapiens, who is born alive at any stage of development. So them tell her that, right? Shall include every infant. So them said persons. Act of Congress that shall include. Notice there's a group of thing you have. Include any include every infant member of the species Homo sapiens who is born alive. Now it tells you that ruling regulation or interpretation of the various administrative bureaus or agencies. Now, if I should go back to this page over here, we're talking about the Immigration and Nationality Act, which is really under the department, which is a department of the government, is under the Department of Homeland Security by another, and then you have the USCIS. Okay? So, in a sense, then, let us take that, for example, and say, looking at it, we establish at least the immigrant is a person. No, individual, remember we are telling you that, hey, the government has limitation. And one of their limitation, according to the United States, the Constitution, right? Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3, they can make legislation in relation to regulating commerce. Now, we'll go back to foot-type video. Where I say, hey, the man say him not like citizen.
Let me repeat it and make it soaking on it. 90% of the immigrants do not know that they are immigrants. When Donald Trump say he going to put in play legislations to benefit people here, some people are about, yeah, I got me a work with because Trump said that and that. If you are deported, how are these new measures going to benefit you? If Donald Trump say water for free, Zine, just saying, for example, say Donald Trump say water for free and you're deported, how the free water will benefit you? So that's why people never understand why me I say me can't work with Trump. Because if you're not in America, how are the legislations and laws that Trump are put in are going to benefit you? That enough people now understand that. Get over on the head. No, Donald Trump was very smart and very calculated in a way I'm doing. Now me have a couple of friends who me classify as bad mind. Me repeat this, I'm going to say it slowly so people can understand and not pick what I say, but listen carefully. Me have a couple of friends where me classify as bad mind. Just because, you know, them make some tights where I make the white woman them look like them shape good until them turn around back where you realize that, you know, the tights and them. Anyway, yeah, me have some friend where me classify as bad mind just for the way all them they act before Trump win. Now, immigrants who have a American passport feel like them better than people who don't have. And that's on the trick on yourself. See? On the trick on yourself to feel like you don't want help white people for shit for immigrants when you not realize that even with your blue passport, you are an immigrant. So that's why media say, oh, me I go vote for Trump when I am an immigrant. Whether you have blue book, whether you have green card, whether you come across the border, it no matter. Because the main problem is immigrant.
Alright, the main problem is immigrant. Notice how you go, green card, blue book, whatever it is. Immigrant, alright? So immigrant is the alien. That alien is a person.
Rambo, please make we have a sensible reason. Yes, Obama deport more people than Trump. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about who deport more people here. I'm talking about people who go and vote for Trump and put him in based on, yes, him a defense straightness. But we now realize him a defense straightness pertaining to him race. But him still a promote hatred to every single other race than white. So, we don't glad what.
Here where Footer say, I'm a promote hatred to every single other race than white. Federal Directive number 15. Federal Directive number 15. No, no, look at this. And I like to go to the government website, at least the Federal Register. Seeing? No. Where is the part that I want to find? Where is the part that I'm looking to find? Let me see if... Oh, see it there? Yeah. Federal Directive number 15. There's a certain section that I'm looking for, right? And this really talks about, hold on. It's Federal Directive number 15. I want to find the actual form. Well, this is it. I could maybe read some part of this. Right. Now, Federal Directive number 15. Now, remember, we are talking about agencies. We're talking about the government, federal program, because immigration is a federal program. It's considered a federal public benefit, right? It says the basic racial and ethnic categories for federal statistics and programs administrative are defined as follows. Reporting are defined as follows. It says American Indian or Alaska Native, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of North Africa and who maintains cultural identification through tribal affiliation or community recognition. You have Pacific Islander as original people, having original people. You have Black having origins in any of the Black racial groups. So notice, Black no have no original people on you, so. Black no have no original people on you, so. You sight it? White, they claim say white have origin. People, or Europe or whatever, but Black, none. So, in a sense, you would have to really read this a little bit more. Forget what it say. In terms of looking back at the Immigration and Nationality Act and the bodies of law coming out of the 14th Amendment and that kind of something. But for the purpose of the video, I'm continue.
Watch one thing, and I know say if you're in a country, it not gonna benefit you. If you are deported, how can the benefits with Trump are pushed?
But let me ask this question. If you are deported, I want to ask a question. Deported from where, Footer Hype? Deported from where?
Work for you. How could I support somebody who is bent on destroying immigrant lives?
All right, you hear a question the Footer Hype ask? How can him, I forget the word him just use and him just say it, or whatever, on someone who is vowed to destroying an immigrant's life. A lot of us are on here in this space and we feel as if we are immigrants, We feel as if we are immigrants, and the decisions that are about to be made or the change that is coming where all of this energy is concerned. In my humble opinion, if we know who we are as a people, it better off for us. Remember, my mother used to say it to me a long time. She said, so when you're the other place and on the papers, you're better off. And I say, Mommy, I truly know beauty in the way I talk. You just don't know it. And you'll see it one at a time. Seeing? We hold this thing in our head. So we are immigrant. Like Footer Hype doing this video, say I'm an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. Him is an immigrant. And I'm going to say something to your Footer Hype. I want to change your name to Dred Scott. I want to change your name to Dred Scott Footer Hype. No disrespect, my lord. But I want to change your name to Dred Scott because guess what? Maybe you don't know the understanding what immigrant mean, because if you didn't know what immigrant mean, you would not say you're immigrant. You wouldn't be self-confessing. But let me continue.
Yeah, immigrant myself. How possible that could have been?
Ross. All right, that's
somebody
what I said.
Who is bent on destroying immigrant lives. I'm an immigrant myself. How possible that could have been?
Oh, you know say you're immigrant yourself, Footer Hype. Oh, you know say you're immigrant, my lad. They say immigrant means an alien. We have to understand what I'm going on, Seeing? So go back over him thing.
Huh? How horrible me. Me could have wicked to myself, so.
Good question you ask. Cause me one with you could have wicked to yourself, so for say you're immigrant. How you wicked to yourself, so Footer?
Yeah, but Rambo, you're not understanding. You're speaking out of. You're not straighter than me. Rambo, you're not straighter than me. I know you say straight nation. Look at my logo, straight nation, me say. But you still have to have common sense. You can't arrogantly defend something and cripple yourself. Yes.
At that Footer, though. Because you cripple yourself by arrogantly defending a point that you are an immigrant without knowing what immigrant mean. Because you would not say you're immigrant if you overstand, and me nah knock you, me say, my lord. Nah knock you, whole heap of love to you and respect.
Trump's a straight nation, but he hate all nation. If you're not there foreign, if you're not live in America, oh, Trump being straight nation, I got help you. Just think about it. If what kind of benefit measures America can put in when you get deported and go to Jamaica, how that gonna make sense? How it gonna make sense? So yes, Trump's a straight nation. Yes, we love that. We is a straight nation too. When he hate immigrant, and me an immigrant and you're immigrant. Even with your blue passport, you're immigrant. So for those who don't watch TV, all like people them have passport and the thing say a bother people Trump hate. Come talk to my friend them and who bother people get a benefit here, bother people get money, bother people get this, bother that. We not response about that. The whole of the money are thief in money anyway. Our black people money them thief anyway. Our own money them I take and I do what them I do anyway. Alright, I like that comment here. Somebody say, he said people should come the legal way. So let me shut you up now. On the second day after winning the election, Donald Trump announces that for all naturalized citizens, let me repeat myself, for the person who said that your name is Tiana79545. So, let me pin your comment, because you don't watch news, you don't know where I'm going. You're lost to where I'm going. So, he said you should come the legal way. On the second day of Donald Trump winning, his announcement is that all naturalized citizens, meaning you are not born here and you come here legally and you become a citizen. Donald Trump is now establishing something called denaturalization. Turbocharge. You know what that means? With rapid speed. Him one.
All right. I'm back up here, sir.
Of Donald Trump winning. His announcement is that all naturalized citizens, meaning
all right,
you are not born here.
All right, notice now, naturalized citizen is a term that we have to carefully scrutinize. Seeing, I may go back over here, sir, and the term I will refuse to look anywhere else other than within the context of the legislative history of the United States and the Immigration and Nationality Act, and inside of the Title 8 itself, the Nationality and Aliens and Nationality Act. So I tell you, naturalization. What is naturalization? Naturalization is the term. Naturalization means the conferring of nationality of a state upon a person after birth by any means whatsoever. So look what this is saying now. Naturalization, the term naturalization means the conferring of a nationality of a state. So a state is going to confer you with some nationality that you are one of its citizens. So you become a naturalized citizen. So now, this part also it says after birth. On a deeper level, let us scroll down at the end of this document here and look at these terms, right? Jus soli and jus sanguinis. Now, jus soli is a legal theory, the law or rule that provides that citizenship is acquired by birth within the territory of the state, regardless of parental citizenship. So this I say, by side, anywhere you're born. right? Jus sanguinis, the Latin term, means the right of blood. That is why now the maroon them claim here to the land. Them now say born in a Jamaica. You cannot be born in the United States because look at this now. Who is conferring the citizenship in this case, good people? Look here, footer hype. Who are conferring the citizen? Who is conferring the citizenship? I think called the United States. I think all the United States are conferred the citizenship, you know. Who is conferring this nationality? The United States. But under Title 15 of the United States Code, it tells you, right, that the term citizen or United States business is a United States citizen or a corporation, partnership, or other association created under the laws of the United States. But we think we are the citizen. The citizen is a record maintained for business. And it is presumed that you're acting on behalf of one. But let me read back up here. So again, the Naturalization Act of 1870 explicitly extended naturalization rights already enjoyed by white immigrants to aliens of African nativity and to persons of African descent, thus denying access to the rights and protections of citizenship to other non-white immigrant groups. If we overstand legislative history of this place here, where some call the United States, which is a federal corporation, right? You would have realized this 1870 Immigration and Nationality Act was really an incorporation of the United States federal corporation within a certain seat. When we say within a certain seat, is like it was a trap. We're coming through the 14th Amendment for capture us as slaves again. When we say us as slaves again, that's not maybe how I should say it. But dig it a little deeper. The 14th Amendment provided for persons born in the United States. But who are these persons? These persons are artificial entities. So that is where a lot of us are being trapped into thinking that this thing is something that we are and it is something that we should go for. But what happened? Who is conferring the citizenship, man? The United States. The United States cannot confer citizenship because the United States itself is really what we call a federal corporation. Title 15 United States Code, not even Title 15 United States Code. That section of the code is 28 USC under the judiciary. 28 USC, 28 USC, yeah, right here. What is it telling you here? According to the thing, it says the United States Code is United States rather, is a federal corporation, an agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States. Okay? So naturalization by itself, when Andrew came out with the thing called Operation Birthright, I think I have a video up. Operation Birthright is the same process. Everybody will have them identity established by that piece of document will continue to walk through life being a you, because that record was created according to census and data population. The government, we call it statistic on the inhabitants of the land in order to get federal funding or funding from the United Nations. And then they make them projectment through them food and them drugs. But what we fail to recognize is that is the administrative agencies that have been running the greater part of the government for the longest time. And now there is about to be a shift. And the war is really about over us and the land, so they have to keep us in a state of confusion. We just get caught up in our crossfire. But we have to know ourselves because, hey, our rights are more protected under a Republican form of government only if we know ourselves. Trump now wake up nobody. Him just a set back the thing straight how it's supposed to be because you're not supposed to be somebody's person on the board. You're not supposed to be nobody person on the board. You're supposed to just offer the board if you're not play the game, if you are playing the game, because that's what they have made it, a game. That is the reason why you have a cost of living, because it's a game. In truth and in fact, there should be no cost of living. But it's how the government conduct their affairs based upon the will of the people. And a lot of us think we are slaves. I want to tell you Foota Hype in a real life. Go read Dred Scott case, brother. Cause me I call you Dred Scott. Hey, Dred Scott. Foota Hype is a new Dred Scott. Foota Hype is a new Dred Scott. See? Foota Hype is a new Dred Scott. Naturalization, because a citizen means a business. A citizen really and truly mean a business. When you end up get a birth certificate, it tell you, it says you means an individual who owe a debt to the United States. This individual is in the definition of the tax code, right? If we should look at even, let I share this other screen over here. Share. Watch this. This is from the American Bar Association. From the American Bar Association. And what is it telling you about birth certificates here, my people? Right? It says maybe yours is tucked in a box or filed for safekeeping. The odds are that you have one. A birth certificate. Then it says on a given day, according to the US Census Bureau, an estimated 10,800 babies are born in the United States, or one birth every 8 seconds. Most, if not all of them, will be issued birth certificates. A birth certificate is a document issued by a government that records the birth of a child or vital statistics that tax military and census purpose. The birth certificate is among the first legal documents an individual might acquire. They are very common that we might even overlook their significance. In the United States, birth certificates serve as proof of an individual's age, right? Of an individual age. 1 second. All right. So now this even word, we have to pay attention to this word here, individual, you know. Citizenship status and identity. They are necessary to obtain a social security number, apply for a passport, enroll in schools, get a driver's license, gain employment, or apply for other benefits. So when I talk about public benefits, humanitarian Desmond Tutu described the birth certificate as a small paper, but in actuality establishes who you are and gives access to rights and privileges and the obligation of citizenship. So listen to what this is saying, a decentralized system. It says in the United States, there are no federal birth registry. None. I can't have any because no one was born in the United States, as much as the 14th Amendment is saying, because it's only talking about the incorporation of the legal entities that were created for tax purpose. And this individual is really one of them. The individual is really one of them. The individual is really one of them. And they are saying that we are natural persons. That's what they are saying, you know. Natural persons acting on behalf of someone of the United States business. As a citizen, acting on one of the business which are naturalized. So yes, you can go out there and set up your own business and do your thing. But a lot of people don't understand where all of this Trump thing really coming from the perspective of the 14th Amendment. Because the government at present is using your identity and all of this human trafficking thing. Because if you use a name on a court case, even you foot a hype, we would really have a court case with the department where you really would have, where you or me look upon them thing here through the statute or the immigration statute is if you have a declaration done that you are not an immigrant and there is no such record. Because you'd have to first be a person, good brother. And because no record like that exists, but you don't know, so you done sign up as the person already. Because you want the rights and the liberties. So when Trump come now and I said, they must take away the rights and, they must repeal the 14th Amendment or get rid of the 14th Amendment. Where I say, him wicked, him wicked. We really don't have any rights and privileges. Those were for the businesses. People rights are supposed to be protected, but these guys are using your identity and they're opening up in accounts in your name and charging you to live on God's beautiful earth. Imagine you drive from Arizona, go up to Washington State. Are you leaving a Florida somewhere down there, so just so to speak? And you run up and down and pay I run through the toll. You go check your grandmother. You go over there, so go link your bridging. You have to pay the toll. But look who the toll are, look at the limitation by the government. If they can only regulate taxes, why are you paying a toll? Or regulate commerce? Why are you paying a toll? If you have to only pay the toll when you engage in commerce. And them now have no record of you engage in commerce. But because at all time, the moment you are the person, at all time, they think you are acting in that capacity. So we have to come from under the umbrella there, tell ourselves, say, we are citizen. Or we are immigrant, we are no immigrants around here. We need to go back under the banner of our ancient ancestors and Queen Africa. Are you about the fire what me like? Are you about the fire? Because the unity we are talk about. And yes, so it have to start. We have to come together and overstand ourselves because the Maroon is saying just sanguinis is blood. We are heirs of this land, known as the Americas, North, South, Central, and the Indies, the West Indies. Seeing, but me go back down pan foot a thing down here, so a video.
And you come here legally and you become a citizen. Donald Trump is now establishing something called denaturalization, turbocharge. You know what that means? With rapid speed, him want denounce your naturalization. So that now have nothing to do with illegal thing. That now have nothing to do with other people. That now have nothing to do with who they are on the papers. That have to do with who legally there and get your book and your thing legally, but you never ban ya. Trump.
But you have to understand say legally there, you know, because when you check what the individual is under Title 5 in a footer, you never read them code yet, you know, my lord. Seeing, you have to understand say that legally is contractually. So you go to the state for a public benefit, and I'm saying to you, immigration is considered a public benefit. To ask them a blight to steer around the stuff to do business. But you are not doing any business, you just want to live. And earn a better living. I say earn a better living. A dead alone earn URN. Seeing? But you want to make a better, what you call this now? You want to pursue your own happiness. Seeing? So the system set up with them force us through labels to participate in programs that are only detrimental to us. And because we don't know that it is business and it's only business alone them can do, and because we're not in a business, certain things we're not obligated to. But them are use we, regardless of how it want to look. And the man see that and know say, yo, him can't allow that to happen because this of them will get them strength from everybody will come across here, you know. Them have to run program, put them on program, and the moment them can put them on program, them give them some kind of identification. Once them go through certain program, them will get federal benefits, the whatever state them have the strongest Democrat them send them go there. And the state bill back the federal government because them control it. So the money run and those people now get themselves signed up as the person, not knowing that a business them are enter into new contractual obligation. So those people who take up that citizenship now become slaves or perform according to the will of the master. So every time them send one document and say, you, why are you? The court already presume that you are indebted to the United States because of that. You mean? And them are debt collector collecting on behalf of the United States. So dig this.
Why you got to. So we are talk about legally. That before the election. When you don't make him win. But the man, on the death, from Obama time, Trump tell us if him wife have to go, she have to go. Him not care. Him business about wife. Alright, Mama, you talk out of your ass right now. But that will never happen. Remember Trump are the only man. Them try impeach him. Him get 13 charge for molestation. Him not pay taxes. In everything when
So why you
and him still is the president.
so you see say foot on know where my tax you know on a big man level. Cause yeah, I go say Trump not pay tax and a something where him did obligated for do. Him not pay tax and him a go become president. And this alone that show me the limited capacity to how you think at times because you watch too much news. You watch too much news to my lord. You watch too much news. And I tell people that them no watch news. What would I require? What requires one to pay tax? You never sit down and ask yourself that question there in a deep meditation. You never do that yet. Look here. According to the federal statute, the term taxpayer means any person subject to the Internal Revenue Code. But look what this mean now when you come right here, so. Look what person mean. Because the person that are subject to the United States tax code, you have actually 7 class of entities. And remember, person is a legal entity. Seeing? So look what a person mean. It's a person, the term person shall be construed to mean and include an individual, a trust, estate, partnership, association, company, or a corporation. So tell me which part of this say you a taxpayer for the hype or anybody else who have common sense. Because himself common sense not so common. Look on taxpayer, you know the definition of Florida. Watch this. A taxpayer down in Florida mean, it tell you that it mean a person or other legal entity. Seeing? That's what it says. That's what it says. That's what it says. Look at this definition for taxpayer. You would have claimed so you live in the state of Florida for the hype. Seeing? Look what taxpayer mean. Taxpayer means the person or other legal entity in whose name property is assessed, including an agent of a timeshare period title holder. No, the person or other legal entity. This video switch up more than how I wanted to do it. I think I might have shared more than I had intended. But you see right here, so this critical footer, I teach you something. Right here it says person or other legal entity. Whatsoever is before the or other must be of the same class and kind as what is after, in order for the statute be interpreted under the proper construction that is provided within the what you call it, the jurisprudence. Seeing? So, and that's the principle of statutory construction, the jus dem generis. You are not an immigrant, good brother. It's an impossibility. You are not an immigrant. You are not a citizen. But you have to get them knowledge, the my lord. The person or other legal entity, you have to be acting in the capacity of some legal entity, engage in some commercial activity in order for you be a taxpayer. Now, because Uncle Trump understand how the game is being played, them create them persons and put them on the board. Them know how the game play. So them create them person and put on the board and the person pay the tax. And the person is a legal entity. It not have nothing to do with him name. But the same United States have most of us and our people sign up as the person, that we are the person. And no information, any information on this, every information on this is true and correct. We sign up to be the person, not knowing what person means. You sight it? That's what happened. Because we don't know what person mean now. Them just hold it, say this is a business. And them tax we off for everything we do on here for we labor. So again, me can share with many people, right? I can share with a lot of you guys why it is that me would have prefer even the 14th Amendment go. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it because I'm not come around to turn a slave. A lot of us say, I not come to turn slave, but you know, I turn life on yourself. You know, I turn life on yourself. Big and serious.
Of the United States, you can't tell me nothing about that will never happen. Where Trump is concerned, never say never. Never say never. To say that will never happen under Trump, you are talking shit. You want more than what you say do? You know see what Trump do? Trump broke every rule, every law, everything. Remember it was so bad them say if Obama did cheat by Michelle, he would have to come out of the office. You see how much things Trump do? You think say if Obama is in a power as a black man and film supporters them raid the White House, you think a jail nobody would have gone? A gunshot to that take them and them dead out there. So what you talk about? When you talk about that will never happen. Trump can do whatever he wants because the puppet masters are enabling him to do whatever they tell him to do. You think a Trump will do this by himself? Trump and Kamala have the same boss now. If you never know it. The same person who will give Kamala chose them and the same person who give Trump chose them. That's why they chose them share. Anyway you go you lose something. Anyway you go wicked for you. Because if you get Kamala would have
No, I have some disagree with you again, Footer. I mean, know you hold on upon the notion, yeah, from the perspective of how you look at England, and nothing is wrong with that. I mean, I disagree with that part. I think the how you want to hold England. But you have to understand, say, the same Caucasian them come on here. The same people them come on here. And maybe you don't get the knowledge where they broke off in two. Some say, oh, them want to honor the king same way and send back the taxes go over there. Because government is already over here function. Government was already over here functioning. And them come over here under the colonial charter. And yes, it so happened that, as may I tell you, the enumerated powers of government, they were allowed to exercise jurisdiction after a certain time, based upon our constitution. But our people, the five civilized tribal area, our ancient ones, them, who did already have a functioning government, build out a thing for them. And they were only confined to that part where them call Washington, D.C. Them split off, brother. Some say them want to do them own or something. The Republican side modeled off of our thing. So them want to do. Feed them own a thing. Them not, the king a pressure them too much. Some say, yo, them would just go and work as slaves. But we did done on here, so at one point after we are fight against our own ourselves, to I try them kick off. The five civilized tribe them. We head the over here. Seeing? Dig this now, my lord. You have to look upon the thing from a perspective of one side always there in a back a fight when them farm them government. So down in a time when the 14th Amendment come through, the 14th Amendment come through, look how it was passed. Look how it was passed. Now 66 region, the 1866. Go read up on the legislative text and look up on the history how it was passed, how it was dealt with. And then we can talk about it. That's why Trump want to kick it away. But you have to go read it. So me want you to stop spread false information too and do some little bit more research before you say some of the things where you say. And again, me not disrespect you, my lord. None at all. Not doing it. Seeing, but me want you to overstand, say, me always, when I time remember, me I say to you in a real life, me I say, if you really comprehend that thing, with your spirit, your crown bigger than where you are right now. Seeing, and me implore you to do some more research, my lord. I implore you to do some more research for real or connect with some greater ones, man. Seeing?
Alright, immigration wise. But castration with that where your picnic can make decision for themselves. Them all make man can do operation for cut off them penis a prison and put vagina. All of them something they have to go deal with. So you say, no, you don't want that, and you go over Trump. And go over Trump and say, here we go on a straightness we are dealing with now. But uno now they have to enjoy the straightness. They go on the yard. Even if you have a blue book.
But your yard is here. Your yard is already here in a footer. Your yard is already here. And look which part you just got a while ago. You just got to talk about even if you have a blue book. Now, this is something I want you to pay attention to. We are talking about the source of the thing. This is from where? The United States Code, right? The house.gov. Now it tells you this part is foreign relations and intercourse. Chapter 4, passports. Well, a lot of us think we are eligible for passports and we're not because we're not acting in the capacity that requires us to be a passport, but because they have used our information that was conveyed to them. We give them, so we are this person. So them have we as holding an office within their government through the enumeration or the birth certificate. And like the NIDS, I see them thing. So what you go on? Persons entitled to passport. No person shall be granted or issued to or verified for any other persons other than those owing allegiance, whether citizens or not, to the United States. You get that? So they have to owe allegiance to the United States. So you owe allegiance to a corporation. This United States, put a hype. This United States that this thing is talking about is really where you are trying to say them have the same boss. But you not overstand say, I saw Great Britain come back in. Cause them they don't lose the thing, the man them chop off them thing and them soup back in now through this 14th Amendment. They saw them come back in, and at that, Trump will get rid of. I hit him will get rid of. We no need for worry ourselves if we get the right knowledge and know within ourselves that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, principalities and high powers. Remember Trump said, him said it is not me that they are after. I am only standing in the way. Him said it is you that they are after. It is not me. I am only standing in the way. And we can't really overstand the function of this government here. For a minute, to see of ourselves and realize that we're not black, we're not African American, we're not Indian, we are none of these labels. We are none of these labels, footer. So while you talk again, my lord, you have a huger platform, a much larger platform where you need to do some more research, my brother. You need to do some more research. I implore you to do that.
Even, this is what I want to listen, because some of them hate bad people so bad. That's when you know see you own a demise, You ignorant for bad people so bad.
And don't get me wrong, my lord. Me get the message where I say, because right, that's where I say really makes sense, Don't pay attention and feel like, say, are the bad people them alone in the raucous as it relates to this immigration policy or agenda. Even those who possess the blue book, because they are considered to be immigrants. Because the immigrant, again, is an alien. From the Genesis, it's designated. It's a designated term. So that's why I say, and him correct. Him correct.
That's when you see your own demise. Donald Trump not like no immigrant. Whether you come from border, whether you come legally, whether you come illegally, whether you forward on ship, plane. Alright. Even if you're born in America, the man still not like you.
But you see, this is where you want to understand, Footer. Again, a lot of people conflate the whole thing when it relates to none of the things are born in America. Nothing in a written say born in America. None of the statute them. It's a born in the United States. Born in the United States. And again, I am saying you have to dig deep. What is this United States? It is defined in 28 United States Code 15 3000, sorry, 3002 15. That's how it defined. And it tell you that it is a federal corporation. It is the occupying force doing business on the land, known as Jamaica, known as the United States. Seeing? And I'm saying to you, they have what you called enumerated powers. One of such powers is to what? Exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district, not exceeding 10 square miles. So them never did for left out of Washington, D.C. Then it says, as may by session of particular states. Now you have the de jure state them. The republic, the original de jure government, it's still there. Them just the on ya, so not exceeding 10 square mile. But them all this is written. Whatsoever, in all cases whatsoever, over such district. Such district. Now, when you see such district, you have to dig deep because you have other district. They shall exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district, not exceeding 10 square mile. So them can't really exceed the 10 square mile, you know. But the de facto government created districts within the states where the states gave their permission, session. Typical example, think about down at Jamaica, where the embassy is. Whatever force that was occupying the government down there at the time when the embassy was created through whatever foreign government relationship. Seeing, when you in the embassy down at Jamaica, you are inside the United States because state includes territories and possession of the United States. So it's a business that own and control territories. So the state, the United States rather, have what them call federal area. And these federal area means lands or premises held or acquired by or for the use of the United States or any department. So when you're there, quote unquote, down in Florida like we foot there, seeing, it's not everywhere down there. Is you're there in the state. Them just make a blanket term and I say that in the state of Florida. But in order for the in the state of Florida, you have to depend on piece of property where them have already acquired, or even a department or agency acquired it. Acquired it. Can go deep up on this subject right so. Because most of the times we are not in the state when you are arrested. But because you are this person, presumably, everything does fall under that base upon presumption, but it cannot rebut it because you think you're there in the state, but you can only be inside the state if you are on federal area. Notice what it says. It is located within the exterior boundaries of any state. Shall be deemed a federal area located within the state. So down at Jamaica, you have a United States down there. They have a territory down to the embassy. So once you're going to the embassy, brother, you're gone in a foreign building, in a foreign place. You're gone to the United States. I see same thing here. You have to be in a federal courthouse, a post office, some federal building. In order for you really there in the United States, you're there, you're in the United States under the law. But we never look at it with such scrutiny. Just like how we never look at the term immigrant. And them something kill we. Because we're blind and not really get to see them thing through the text, through the book. Them claims that slavery was abolished, but this 14th Amendment trap way. When them come back with something, it trap way. It was to trap us. And that's how Great Britain come back, cross, and get back a bigger piece of the pie. That is why Footer Hype can say, yo, them under the same boss. But them under the same boss, but the side who do not want to pay the taxes, the side who has a freedom. want to still cut off from the king, but decide who want to honor the king. Only we can help them to honor the king by getting our when the matter say a black people money pay feet, a black people money pay feet, a black people money pay feet, is our information them collect like what the needs do. Collect your information and they get federal funding and federal grants from the United Nations. Them get it from the federal government, which is just an association of the United Nations as well. So it's the people them a fight over. But one side knows so the other side are slave the people them and a open account in them name. But the people them can't realize and them things that this woman did really come for help. Like most people thought Obama was. So someone have to come out on the feelings and stop feel like an immigrant and know say you're a citizen, you guys are naturalized citizen. But you can use the court to set the record straight. Because you never come here to enjoy a privilege. God done give you rights already. So run back through to foot a hype thing right now over here, so.
The man still not like you. The man say, if you're not a citizen and your breed have picked in America, the pickney are not a citizen either. And guess what? It can happen. Because England do the same thing. And England run America. No found you don't know that. Somebody still talk about wife. So Donald Trump look like him care about wife there. Donald Trump business about wife. If Donald Trump try deport Obama, who is me and you? But you don't see say, you not talk about change constitution. Donald Trump who on the Senate and the House right now. You don't see that. We don't know nothing about politics. Donald Trump have the Senate and the state and him win the election. So you think him can't change them there? Then the ruler? He can. Who don't think of bother people Trump not like? Trump not like no immigrant at all. The man want to get rid of y'all if you have passport. All if you are citizen, natural.
But they never did have the passport from the first place, footer. You never did have the passport, my lad. Because you are not a person who owes allegiance to a corporation. You have to come back on the land, brother. You over here, so as a slave, working for these people, and these people are taxing your labor day in, day out. They charge you for traveling to check your loved ones. They charge you for traveling to exercise your right. Them charge you for exercise your right. Them charge you for the minerals out of the earth that make your sustenance. Them charge you for shelter. Me not say the other government not go charge you for shelter. Or them not go charge you for exercise your rights. But your rights are more protected if you know how. That's why the man would say, I give you a republic if you can keep it. Because we need to become more intelligent people around here. And recognize that it is not benefits and spoils that build people. And that is what the other side do and come with. So I'm sorry for some of some of my family them. You understand what I say? Who don't know themselves and feel like say the way you're in is acquire some citizenship. A lot of people here feel so them have to run up and down. Start get some good book. Start link up with some people because it is better here, not performing as a slave and doing your thing. Because if you're there, so you can't go get work at Home Depot. You can't get job how you call it. Any one of them places. Remember the First Amendment, you know. Remember the First Amendment. Them can't make no law. We tell you say you can exercise your right. Your strictly religious held belief. And it is against your strict religious held belief to use a number. You get what I say? But them never tell you them something there. Them never tell you them something there. Most people there don't feel like so them can't do it. You can't get it done. Me no, you can't get it done. Me see it done, watch it done several times. You can get it done. So we just feel like say we are them label, like we foot type talk about me an immigrant. That part catch me, I say, look pan the intelligent young man. I say I'm a slave, Just like Dred Scott. Foot hype, new name that. Dred Scott. Dred Scott.
Like citizen, the man want to get rid of you. So we're not.
Because you're a business, according to the record, and you're not doing any business, but they are doing business in your name and forcing the labor upon you for your benefit. So you must say, no, brethren, this can't work so. You have to know yourself because you kill the thing with that mentality there. I feel like say uno is this thing when uno is not. So don't say it, brother.
About. When you forgot say, and Donald Trump separate family and have baby in a file paper in a concentration camp, all now today as we speak, some of the parents and people them not see back each other.
Where the people lack knowledge, the people perish. And that is why me big you up, said Speed, because me see your spirit and know your heart and know say you say freedom. But we have to understand this freedom come through great responsibility of doing even our own research to understand on a better level and not talk about feelings or look on the status of thing because we're all men and they say all men were created equal. So we have to know upon a spiritual level how we live around here. How we live around here. We're not slave, brethren. We're not slave. So if some people are come across, unfortunate stuff happen every day, and I now pick up like I love Trump more than my own self or I feel like say Trump are my boss. No. I may say me no a business with the brother. But me just know that our rights are more respected under a Republican form of government if we understand how to keep it and how it functions. Because we can't see the identity theft. We can't see the human trafficking what happen within these courts. We can't see it. We can't see it. Enough people may deal with that so with them issue there. We have got through system, how the system deal with them and they deal with them wicked. And nobody can really pinpoint where is the source, the root of the problem. You say to me and say, Fota, yeah, man.
Uno not using a brain. You don't need no link for research that, brother. Just go in a Google and talk it. Like what I say. Them a interview one of Trump worker since yesterday. And the lady asked him, say, so what about families being separated when you got deported? The man said, oh, that's not a problem. The whole family can be deported. The man said, we not a problem with that, man. Since the family are going to be broken apart, we will deport the whole entire family. So if you don't watch news, you keep them out locked.
Put the hype again, you know. You keep on saying deport. What I have yet to heard you state with specificity, where are these people being deported from? And it's a question where it a go carry emotion. But look at it through the lens of how they are looking at it. Is the intent, the morality, and the character. We have been at a very low since time immemorial as melanated beings, as Americans around here. One of the brethren said, black man has been held in bondage in his own land for over how much years, and him still don't recognize it. And it's the same thing I'm saying. Go back to just sanguinis, just solely. You were never an immigrant. The moment they create these divisions within our people and labels, you're not a Jamaican, you're not a Guyanese, you're not a Venezuelan, you're none of these geopolitical constructs, these brands, brand Jamaica, brand Jamaica. Everyone who is a citizen. Remember, I say, I see him maroon, you know. I see him thing, look on this photo hype. Look at this footer hype. We cannot depend upon the government for our survival around here. We can't depend upon the government. We have to recognize who we are as a people, right? We have to recognize who we are as a people. A right to be self-identified. You better off on you not having no papers if you deal with the United States and you still can't function. But you just have to just know say you are no immigrant. You have to just know say you're them amongst you raise them and you draft up your foreign IDP and them kind of something there. We know, we know. And big up General E.L. Razor too. I know your program run road boy. I salute your thing. Me always know say your thing out there one of the thing where more of us should be orchestrating to do. Yes, I to me I say, but enough people still not have the vision there yet and I have to come in here again for type. But just know say you need to do more research. Need to do some more research. So running our program again.
The man say, if there's a problem with the family being broken and torn apart, that's not a problem. We can just simply deport the whole entire family. Now, I want to speak to the labor right them now. Big up the labor right friend them, because I have some diety labor right friend. Love you as my friend them, but I'm a lunatic. Common sense not really common, you know. But me have to try show you what I go on, you know. Remember, a couple of years ago, me, O'Neil Footer Hype Thomas, turn on the phone here and telling us, please do not vote in Andrew Holness. Do you guys remember? When you still play deaf ears, one class trick you know, vote in Andrew. Be madness him though. You know what you do? When you go back again and vote in Andrew again. Now, some of you don't watch news. So, you don't know what going on in the news. The Jamaica government, I want you to listen carefully. The Jamaica government has partnered in an agreement with the United States of America to put an injunction upon all immigration status if you owe students loan in Jamaica. Meaning, if you're there at Jamaica, a study and I got UER anywhere owe student loans. You migrate, you live a foreign, you're legal, you do your legal job, and live your legal life. Now, them can put an injunction on your green card, put an injunction on your passport, your citizenship, whatever it is, because you owe student loan in Jamaica, different country, different time, you know, owe America, nothing at all, but you're
No, right there, so. I saw this article footer hype. I saw this article. So this is why I am saying now, we feel like say we are enough for them thing. We're better off ourselves because I just saw the program set. So we are a people who have been disenfranchised again since time immemorial. So I remember for even advance what you really I say. Remember a few months ago I see an article come out on the Jamaica Observer where I have it on the computer, but I have to go find it. Me and Montego Bay, I said the people them. Seeing the people them, the me and Montego Bay, I said the people them. The residents was the term. Residents owes the municipality like $1 billion in taxes or something to that effect. When you look at the definition for resident, I knew what it meant. But when you're looking at the article, it says those who are compliant the most are the people in the informal settlements. Seeing? And the ones who are supposed to be paying, they are non-compliant, which is the business. When you look up what resident mean, just an agreement between the United States and Jamaica for the purpose of or to avoid double taxation. The resident is a corporation that has its principal place of business in Jamaica. So when they say we are residents, it's only a designation, just like how Futai say, yo, me as immigrant, me a immigrant, me a immigrant. Anything happen, look on the designation that they label us. Resident of Trelawney, a resident of this and that, a US resident. A resident is a taxpayer. A resident is for tax purposes. Resident magistrate, when them go in and capture, residents are always foreigners. But them does label the thing wrong and you wanna read statute and understand a little bit of law. See, we get caught up in them crossfires. And the Democrat them do them thing, I know, my lad. I Democrat them, you know. I Democrat them not tell the children the truth, so we get crossfire. We get caught in a crossfire. And then now we have some great teachers that pass on some information to us when we were younger that tell you, say, people is the plural for person, which is a lie. In a sense, it might be correct, but under more strict scrutiny, legal lens, denotatively, person mean corporation. So, if we go back in it again, what we are going to say? Put the hype.
Government, the Jamaica Labour Party agree with America. So you know, say, Jamaica have to give them something for them agree to that. So now, you can just drive legally, you're not criminal, you're not come through no border, you never do no crime in America, you never do nothing. But you can lose your status. Because you owe student loan in Jamaica. Somebody say nothing wrong with that. How cruel are you? How wicked are you if you say nothing wrong with that? Oh,
This is just wicked as much as you would say you are an immigrant. May I laugh? But on a laughing matter, we have to get educated and understand this whole Immigration and Nationality Act explicitly extended naturalization rights to all aliens of African nativity. Now, denaturalization that Futa was talking about requires the government to show that defendants' naturalization was legally procured. Most of them farmers will fill up with government a lie. We tell upon ourselves, you know. Because we say we are the person giving the information and this information is true. And I already witnessed that firsthand. And I have to fix it. So, me just want to say to the ones them on here, we feel afraid because of Uncle Trump and the Immigration Nationality Act. I don't know what it is going to be like, but I just know say the courts are always there to protect those who require its protection. Once a thing can be applied within the construct of the logics and reason and the entire jurisprudence that surround freedom. You have to use the word carefully. You have to be conscious of the context of these things and know that you were never supposed to be anybody's piece on the board. You were never supposed to be anybody's piece on the board. It's a board game. It's a board game. You were never supposed to be anybody's piece on the board. I kind of hope you can take from this video as much as really and truly. Maybe me need to post it and do it over because it kind of got different than how I wanted to. But for the beat height, you have to realize that this entire government here, look at this part right here. 5 USC 2, yeah, right here. Records maintained on individual. Now, Title 5 deal with the employees of the government department, whatever work for government. It says the term agency means agency defined in this section, just like the agency, the department, Homeland Security. Look what the term individual mean. Individual means a citizen of the United States or a lawfully or an alien lawfully admitted for permanent residence. So this is how we foot hype say, even if you have the blue book or we call it green card or whichever thing, border, you're immigrant because the immigrant is a person. The person, the person, right, is a legal entity that is conducting commerce, right? Conducting commerce according to their definition. Or you're acting on behalf of a legal entity as a natural person conducting commerce because you acquired citizenship through some means, not fully being a person doing business. They are doing business in your name. That is why them letting people for come in. That is how them make money by controlling and having whole heap of slave new stock. That's what keep them going. Uncle Trump wants to cut that off because he's saying free the slaves, but the slaves got to know that they are not slaves. But him not telling us you're not a slave. You have to go know for yourself so you are not an immigrant and have it declared through the use or application, apply those principles through the courts, the court. Term individual means a citizen of the United States or an alien lawfully admitted. No, let us look at person. 26 USC 77 persons according to the tax code. No, look what it says. When using this title, where not otherwise distinctly expressed or manifestly incompatible with the intent thereof. Person. The term person shall be construed to mean and include an individual. No, what is this individual? A citizen. What is this citizen? This citizen is a business. Is a business. This United States citizen means a United States business. Okay? That is engage in commerce and shall be so taxed as an individual. A lot of us do it as joint partnership because we are claiming to be married. Okay? So if you legitimately not do no business for true, you told a lie and it was misrepresented and it is causing it was never your intent to put a public liability on the government and strain the government coffers. You understand? So they might tell us, say, yo, back up in a you know that's something I have to tune, so now have to come out. Don't make no guy use anything. Cause what them do is open accounts in your guy's name as if you are legitimate businesses. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. What they do, they maintain a system of records. Look what a system of records mean. Any group means a group of any record under the control of an agency from which information is retrieved by the name of the individual or by some identifying number, symbol, or other identifying particulars. You understand? You understand? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you have to dig do I go on as a foot. This is the same thing. It is a system of record, a system of records that will be maintained on the with the NIDS, where them just give our identity. Them just give our identity. Yeah. Them just give our identity, you know. Yes, I to me I say identify numbers or symbol or other identifying particulars. One of the wickedest things we see at Jamaica in a recent time, Watch this right there so now. I share that tab here with you. I share this with you for time. I don't know their case right now. I share something over here, so share number 3. And this really want to do it for another video. But watch this now. This is the Road Traffic Act. This is the application for motor vehicles. Seeing? This is the application for motor vehicles. Now, you provide this information to them people here. And look down at the part where you make a declaration now. We declare, really, if it's a company or with more than one of you guys, we are the registered owners of the vehicle described above, and that the information given in this form is to the best of my knowledge and belief a true and correct statement. Now, this says owner's signature. If a company state authorized signature, titles below, stamp, whatever. Then it says if it is two, whatever. But how do you know that you are the person? The information given is true, owner signature. The owner must be a corporation who owns a motor vehicle, right? That is engaged in commercial activity in order for even a fitness is required. They can't just arbitrarily stop you. As a matter of fact, they can and they will point their new device at your motor vehicle license plate and recognize that you don't have a fitness and write a ticket for 15,000. But the legislative history of the text and when the statute, the road traffic act, the whole revamped under the transport authority, it was for the public sector transport who are making revenue off the road. The fitness is for them alone. It's not for the ordinary man who might acquire. But this document here now, because them deal with them chattel paper, them fuck we up with them document, my lord. Now we have to read it. The unit where Queen I free call for it is what is required. But we have to first know who we are before. We have to know that we are not the person. We are not the person in real life. Seeing? If we were supposed to be the person, it wouldn't set up like that. Just like another thing, do a video upon it and share with you another time. But I meet you guys on next time in this space. All right.